Wagyu on the 52nd floor just to take the piss. And somehow we've had to deal with higher stakes than this. You're the reason that I take the risk. Had me on your tour team. I studied you since I was 14. I wanna know what life was like in your teens. We shared dreams. And even when we shared screens, I couldn't get no FaceTime. I got questions like, how'd you do it? Do you have regrets? Like, what's your life like? See, mine was like the sun setting. Pray the moonshine, it's the prohibition, no ignition. Ran for 2 parties, it's the coalition. Rum and Red Bull, like Max Verstappen, but the race is different, taste is different. It's adult dances in my pole positions, young is dying.
Dave is absolutely barring right now.
Max Verstappen, but the race is different, taste is different. It's adult dances in my pole positions, young is dying like they saved the game and could reload the mission. Wearing jewelry, heard they're plotting on me when I walk my ends of South London. Something you can't teach, straight common sense. Eating healthy, can't we trust our guts more than we trust our friends? Many frauds, lot of men fake, lot of imitators, innovators. Take that shit to heart like defibrillators.
Lot of men fake, lot of imitators. I love right there, just that little cadence control. Right, just kind of like drop down, like smooth it out, almost harmonize it, and then push back into more like the aggressive peppered rap delivery, man. And again, this smooth piano. I think you give Dave a piano beat, he is a master of just riding flows over top of just smooth pianos, man. Going back all the way to Question Time.
Lot of men fake, lot of imitators, innovators. Take that shit to heart like defibrillators. Mothers shed tears and don't sleep for days, weep for days, and killers celebrate with ID parades. Then you got this C in our face, and this pressure I inherited from you. It sounds funny, but it's true. I loved you on the big screen, but bro, I want you back. Cause what acting game with you, we done lost in rap.
You got a lot of years ahead of you. Some years are worse than you.
Shout out to Top Boy, man. Top Boy, Dave and Kano, both on Top Boy. I love that series. We got some bars to break down. Let's dive back into this. I love the way that this is framed, man, because you hear like the high stakes bars to set the scene. And you hear just the sound folio of being in a restaurant. And it makes me think that, you know, you're sat at the table breaking bread with someone that you look up to. And this is what Dave is doing. He's speaking to Kano. But there's a lot of lines that kind of break the fourth wall for us, the listener, with the bars and the way that he flips it, man. Let's break it down. You hear all that? Cutlery.
Wagyu on the 52nd floor just to take the piss.
Wagyu, right? That's premium steak right there in terms of cost.
Somehow we've had to deal with higher stakes than this.
And then somehow deal with higher stakes, right? Because that's expensive. Higher stakes. But he's also on the 52nd floor. So he's having steak way up. Probably somewhere like the Shard. Right? Sat in like a high-end restaurant versus we've had to deal with higher stakes because of where we're from. Being from the ghettos, higher stakes in terms of surviving with our lives in those stakes. S-T-A-K-E-S. Smooth flip right there.
The reason that I take the risk had me on your tour team. I studied you since I was 14. I want to know what life was like in your teens. We shared dreams. And even when we shared screens, I couldn't get no FaceTime. I got questions like, how'd you do it?
I love that bar, even when we shared screens. Because Dave looking up to Kano, going out, opening up for Kano, right? Kano was a legend on the grime scene back in the day. And obviously a lot of people now know him for his amazing acting that he's done. I love Sully from Top Boy, man. One of my favorite characters. But I'm going above and beyond that. Dave tapping back into the rap roots and just talking about his come up and looking up to him, but still couldn't get FaceTime. You know, trying to FaceTime someone versus like just not getting one-on-one time, maybe on set because Kano was so busy with everything that he was doing. Also, Dave talking about tour, maybe trying to get FaceTime as an up-and-comer then and still couldn't get it. So now this is his chance and a shot. I love the way this is framed. Oh, I'm getting taken out by my own lighting stand. This is what happens when you're outside filming. Technical difficulties, but we're back. Let's keep it running, man.
Get no FaceTime. I got questions like, how'd you do it? Do you have regrets? Like, what's your life like? See, mine was like the sun setting. Pray the moonshine. It's the prohibition, no ignition.
Sunset and pray the moonshine. Because at nighttime, I'm praying I'm going to live through the night and I can see the moonshine. But also, I think there's more layers to that. You obviously have the moonshine prohibition days when a lot of moonshiners were running because, you know, liquor was made illegal in the States. So hence the rise of moonshine versus moonshining. And then also I just feel like when the moon shines at night, like when you get a full moon, you don't need a lot to like light your way so you can see. So you can see through the dark. That's kind of symbolic for me, right? So you can see the enemies around the corner. You could see who's hiding and creeping in those spaces.
Like, what's your life like? See, mine was like the sun setting. Pray the moonshine. It's the prohibition, no ignition. Ran for 2 parties. It's the coalition.
No ignition, ran for 2 parties. I had no car, I had no ignition, and yet I ran for two parties. Like, to get to parties back in the day, I would run to them. Versus like a two-party coalition, like the Tories and another party coming together, right? Having a coalition. We don't really have coalitions in U.S. politics because we have only a two-party system, not a multi-party system, really, that's dominated in a lot of other European countries. So you have a lot of coalitions happen in order to gain a majority.
Pray the moonshine, it's the prohibition, no ignition. Ran for two parties, it's the coalition.
Can you imagine the Republicans and the Democrats forming a coalition? Yeah, okay.
Rum and Red Bull, like Max Verstappen, but the race is different, taste is different. It's adult.
Rum and Red Bull, like Max Verstappen, who rides and drives for Red Bull Racing. The current GOAT, Max Verstappen. We'll see if he gets his title this year, man. He's making a comeback. He's making a comeback
Parties, it's the coalition.
on those McLaren boys. But anyways, Dave, this is what Dave does, man. Survivor's Guilt. Survivor's Guilt. Rum and Red Bull. That's a culture clash. I did a breakdown of that. One of my favorite songs of this day, Survivor's Guilt. And I remember that because he talked about being in love with an Albanian chick. And he's saying he's rum, right? His roots. His rum doesn't really mix with Red Bull, with the Eastern European vibes. You do vodka Red Bull. You don't do rum and Red Bull. That's a culture clash. So he's saying here, different race on this in terms of the F1 formula race versus different races, and nodding back to his callback of him connecting with the Albanian girl and those lines on Survivor's Guilt.
Pray the moonshine, it's the prohibition, no ignition. Ran for two parties, it's the coalition. Rum and Red Bull, like Max Verstappen, but the race is different, taste is different.
I mean, that's actually a 4-layer scheme right there. I talked about race as in this race. I talked about race as in Formula One race. Third race would be his race when he's running. His race is different because he's like running for his life or running to get to places, right? Because he's so poor. And then for me, the fourth race as well ties in with the coalition bars, because when you run the presidential race, right? When you're trying to get elected, the prime ministerial race.
Different. It's adult dances in my pole position. Young is dying like Max Verstappen, but the race is different, taste is different. It's adult dances in my pole position. Young is dying.
Taste is different. His taste has changed over the years versus like the taste of rum and Red Bull that you don't mix. And then the pole positions, like going to a strip club and seeing girls on the poles, they're trying to get pole position versus when you race in Formula One, right? You want to get that pole starting position in qualifying. Versus still going pole positions, talking about electoral polls and voting.
Like Max Verstappen, but the race is different, taste is different. It's adult
Nah, Dave different on this one.
dances in my pole position. Young is dying like they saved the game and could reload the mission. Wearing jewelry, heard they plotting on me when I walk my ends of South London. Something you can't teach, straight on common sense. Eating health, heard they plotting on me when I walk my ends of South London. Something you gain, but the race is different, taste is different. It's adult dances in my pole position. Young is dying like they saved the game and could reload the mission. Wearing jewelry, heard they plotting on me when I walk my ends.
Youngsters dying like they could save the game and reload the mission. Playing life like it's a game, like it's Grand Theft Auto out here, but it isn't. Because there's no takebacks. There's no reset buttons on life.
Young is dying like they saved the game and could reload the mission. Wearing jewelry, heard they plotting on me when I walk my ends of South London. Something you can't teach, straight on common sense. Eating healthy.
Stretton Commons. I remember seeing that going through London. Stretton Commons, right? There's a lot of names that have like commons in it for an area, right, where Dave's from. But he flips it into having common sense. And he's walking with jewelry, right? Even though that's a status of his rise up and his success, he's now got to be worried. He's got to look over his shoulder on things.
On me when I walk my ends of South London, something
when he walks his own neighborhoods, he walks his own ends.
You can't teach, straight on common sense. Eating healthy, cause we trust our guts more than we trust our friends.
Eating healthy because we trust our guts more than we trust our friends. Bar and a half,
Many
man.
frauds, lot of men fake, lot of imitators, innovate.
I just love that little, just like simple flip. You know the saying, like, trust your gut versus what are you actually putting into your stomach and what are you eating?
Cause we trust our guts more than we trust our friends. Many frauds, lot of men fake, lot of imitators, innovators. Take that shit to heart like defibrillators. Mothers shed tears and don't.
Defibrillator to heart, bar.
Imitators, innovators. Take that shit to heart like defibrillators. Mothers shed tears and don't sleep for days, weep for days, and killers celebrate with ID parades.
Pop, pop, pop. Makes me think of like pop, 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 like a gun firing versus like pop, pop, pop of a defibrillator or that heart just like pounding in your chest.
Mothers shed tears and don't sleep for days, weep for days, and killers celebrate with ID parades. Then you got this.
Killers celebrate with ID parades. You have an ID parade. Who done it? And you just line up all the suspects, right? And the witness goes, it was that person. That's how killers celebrate, through ID parades.
Shed tears and don't
You know, when you normally celebrate in a parade, but he flips it into an ID parade, taking something, and again, just wordsmithing, man, just bar after bar after bar, flipping it on its head, like different idioms, different sayings, different expected meanings, and flipping it and finding the alternative meanings to it. Just the double entendre flips, man, smooth.
sleep for days, weep for days, and killers celebrate with ID parades. Then you got the C in our face, and it's pressure I inherited from you. It sounds fun.
Seen our face, right? Get it? ID parades, witness versus getting to see our face and the pressure and everything we go through. That's another flip on that.
ID parades, then you got the C in our face, and it's pressure I inherited from you. It sounds funny, but it's true. I loved you on the big screen, but bro, I want you back. Cause what acting game with you, we done lost in rap.
Man, that's it right there. I mean, Kano has been on a hiatus. He's been killing it in the acting world. We know, we just talked about it, but the rap game misses him, man. The UK scene.
On the big screen, but bro, I want you back. Cause what acting game with you, we done lost in
You
rap.
got a lot of years ahead of you. Some years are worse than you and some are better you. If it's not positive, drop it, the streets residue. But keep a piece of yourself when you're selling you. This game ain't for the throne and kings are checkable. It's to be a better you, envy's inevitable. And please take pics with your friends, cause I'm telling you, this industry attention will sever crews, and the sick turns to an addiction of the jealous Jews. Then they diss you again like you ain't fed them food. But if you
Sick turns to an addiction like a jealous shoes. Like right there, just that little just flow change and that gear shift through it, man. Man still got it. Man still got it. I tell you what, these first 6 bars are going crazy for me. The wisdom that he's dropping, right? This is an OG. This is a vet now passing on his invaluable knowledge to Dave. There's some just crazy philosophical, deeper lines here,
when
man.
you're selling you, it's not positive. A lot of years.
On the big screen, but bro, I want you back. Cause what acting game with you, we done lost in
You
rap.
got a lot of years ahead of you. Some years are worse than you and some are better you.
Some years will worsen you. Some years will better you. That's life, man. Life goes in a flux. And even when you're down, that's why I always say, just keep going. You just have to find a way to keep moving forward, because the beautiful and the negative thing to life is that you'll never be up for too long, and hopefully you'll never be down for too long either, because life just moves like that, man. Like, it's constantly in waves, and you just got to ride through it.
If it's not positive, drop it, the streets residue. But keep a piece of
If it's not positive, drop it to the streets residue. Don't let these negative influences get to you. Man, this is knowledge being
you and
dropped.
some are better you.
Guidance.
If it's not positive, drop it, the streets residue. But keep a piece of yourself when you're selling you. Escape.
That's key, man. Like, as artists, we put so much of ourselves into this, into what we project, into our art, into everything. And it's a constant give, give, give. But so rarely do we take. And I love this, just someone who's been in the game for so long, just reminding you, you know, you got to find what's truly valuable to yourself and hold on to that. And make sure that you don't lose yourself in this fame, in all of this attention, in all this grind, in all this life. Because balance is always key. I don't care where you are or what you're going through. If you don't have a proper balance to your life, you're not going to be right up here. And you're not going to be truly healthy and happy.
Drop it, the streets residue. But keep a
Even streets residue like drugs and all that, man.
piece of yourself when you're selling you. This game ain't for the throne and kings are checkable. It's to be a
And even a piece, like carrying a piece, being careful, being armed, versus game ain't for the throne, kings are checkable. Everybody wants to go for the throne. What happens to kings, especially in England? Kings get beheaded, right? Kings are checkable. And that's a smooth chess flip as well. Like, they can be checked. Don't be a king. Go be a much doper piece. Go be a knight. Go be something else that flies under the radar, because that's going to lead to more longevity. Because when you're at the top, you got a huge target on your back in the streets and in the industry as well.
better you. Envy's inevitable. And please take pics with your friends, cause I'm telling you, this industry attention will sever crews, and the sick turns to an addiction of the jealous Jews. Then they diss
I've seen it, man. I've seen it firsthand. Like, you don't ask for the attention. You don't ask for the growth. You grind for it, and then when it hits, like, you could tell. Some people just, they change on you. And then they say that you've changed. But you could see the envy, man. And even me, I remember coming up and being envious of other artists. And you have to check yourself with that. Like, you constantly have to look yourself in the mirror and check your envy levels. And check why you feel a certain type of way about someone else. And how you're reading conversations, how you're reading interactions. Because it's real, man. It's so true. Like, people see that success and they don't have it. And they'll do anything to want that status.
telling you, this industry attention will sever crews, and the sick turns to an addiction of the jealous Jews. Then they diss you again like you ain't fed.
An addiction of the jealous juice. You just keep sipping
Industry
it.
attention will sever crews, and the sick turns to an addiction of the jealous Jews. Then they diss you again like you ain't fed them food. But if you whip colorins front of desperate youths, you Chris and a Benz, then the devil's due.
Oh,
Them's the rules.
that's it, man. Chris in a Benz, Dave's brother Chris. But if you Chris in a Benz, then the devil is due. If you ride around in these streets showing off all this lifestyle, what do you think is going to happen, right? That envy, that jealousy. You're just putting a big target on your back, just like kings are checkable.
You Chris and a Benz, then the devil's due.
Man.
Them's the rules. You made it, laying it, this bed ain't new. But let's keep it true, you know you're reckless with protects and jewels. Flexers do what flexers do, and steppers do what steppers do. Beef, looking over your shoulder every time you turn keys bout. Turn the other cheek, must the man be the bigger man? I know he's trapped the fire, but that's the massive giants. These be guessing, take it on the chin. You're an Aston buyer, and I'm biased. But
I'll tell you what, man, that turn the other cheek bar, right? Like Jesus in biblical references, like saying turn the other cheek and forgive. But in this case, you're being forced to turn the other cheek because you got to constantly check your six. You got to constantly be looking over your shoulder. If you're going to flash this wealth and materialism and you're going to be a big stepper, then you got to deal with the consequences of that. You got to lie in that bed that you made. Always got to be careful.
protects and jewels, flexers do what flexers do, and steppers do what steppers do. Beef, looking over your shoulder.
Steppers do what steppers do. Beef. I just loved like just the quick shifts in his delivery. There's so much caricature. There's so much personality just injected into the tonality of it all,
Every
man.
time we turn keys bout, turn the other cheek, must the man be the bigger.
When you turn keys, turn the other cheek. Hey, Top Boy, man. Sully sat in the car, about to turn the keys. Pop, pop, right? Ooh, I wonder if that's a little meta for Top Boy.
Man, I know he's trapped the fire, but that's the massive giants. These be guessing, take it on the chin. You're an Aston buyer, and I'm biased. But my generation got the classic writers. Your gen, that's mostly your pen. You're the rap messiah, you and Simbi. Go grab the accolades that they would never give me. But that's the never story. I ain't goated for the glory. Couple trophies in my storage. Poor me, Ivan Novello don't rate a man, so be it. I was in 03 on the mic getting lordy. You think you would have flourished in my era at 140? It's great to break your love with you, swap knowledge. But sorry, I didn't make no time back at Roxy. I watched your sound check that day, I saw promise. Then I came to your O2 show, I saw polish. But during all the pyrotechnics, I was pondering like, do you have family, politics and problems? Can you ever see when you're just someone's wallet? Have you ever smelled when a cousinship turns rotten, Tommy? Do you ever hear from your brother and start sobbing, Tommy? Have you ever touched a million and felt office, Tommy? Have you ever tasted victory and didn't want it? Those five senses will make sense to true bosses. I've got a sixth sense for knowing is truly from it.
Wow.
Wall Street Donny, I know what the same cloth is. I know what the game offers. Raise boffin, make offin, the sunshine till I lay in coffin. Legacy.
Ha.
Would they remember me, Dave?
Well, I guess we don't know.
Wow. What a verse from Kano, man. I'll tell you what, he's just showing you his technical abilities. Just that flow pocket that he chose, like coming through fast but slow and marinated at the same time. So dope. That senses bar, he went through all five senses and then flipped it into a 6 sense scheme. Come on.
To your O2 show, I saw D in 03 on a match. Poor me, Ivan Novello, no your shit, the man be the bigger man. I know he's trapped the fire, but that's the massive giants. These be guessing, take it on the
I know he's trapped the fire, but it's the massive giants. For me, again, we're going something beyond here with the symbolism.
chin. You're an Aston buyer, and I'm biased.
Take it on the chin. You're an Aston buyer. You know, turn the other cheek. We'll take it on the chin because look at your success. You're buying Aston Martins. You got to accept the jealousy, the envy, the hate, the danger that comes with it too because you know where you're from.
But my generation got the classic writers. Your gen.
My generation has a classic writer. Shout out to the OGs, man. That's what you got to do. Always respect the OGs in hip-hop. But he gives Dave some love here as well. Gives him some flowers and also nods to his own
That's
generation.
mostly your pen. You're the rap messiah. You and Simbi. Go grab the accolades that they would never give
You.
me. But that's the
You and Simbi. Man, come on. Lil Sims, boy. Lil Sims and Top Boy as well. We did a Lil Sims breakdown on the channel
That's
too.
mostly your pen. You're the rap messiah. You and Simbi. Go grab the accolades that they would never give me. But that's the never.
That they would ever give me. Gotta grab the accolades. Like, again, just the faster schemes, man. He's just got it. He's got just that shopper delivery if he wants
Mostly
it.
your pen, you're the rap messiah, you and Simbi. Go grab the accolades that they would never give me. But that's the never story. I ain't goated for the glory. Couple trophies in my storage. Poor me. Ivan Novello don't rate. I mean goated for the glory. Couple trophies.
I ain't goated for the glory. Couple trophies in my storage. Ooh, poor me. Right? I love just that kind of perspective on things. Right? I didn't do this for awards. I didn't do this for the trophies. My legacy is not because of that. It's because of my art. It's because of what I put out. Oh, and what do you want me to do? You want me to cry about it? I still got a couple trophies. How lucky am I to have that too? So it's kind of a flip in a different way. Like, oh, poor me. Should I sit here and whine that I didn't get the accolades? But no, that's not the real reason why I was in this game, why I've done this for so many years.
Go grab the accolades that they would never give me, but that's the never story. I ain't goated for the glory. Couple trophies in my storage. Poor me, Ivan Novello.
Even like, they're not even on display. Notice, couple trophies in my storage. You put something in storage and you forget about it. Love that.
Story, I ain't goated for the glory. Couple trophies in my storage. Poor me, Ivor Novello. Don't rate a man, so be it. I was in
Dave's got an Ivor Novella. Sims has some as well. Kano never got one, did he? Man.
in my storage. Poor me,
Songwriting award.
Ivor Novello. Don't rate a man, so be it. I was in 03 on the mic, getting lordy. You think you would have flourished in my
Getting lordy, Lord of the
man,
Mics.
so be it. I was in 03 on the mic, getting lordy. You think you would have flourished in my era at 140? It's great to break.
You think you would have flourished in my era at 140? Like again, when he comes through, you think you would have flourished? Like just showing you. He can go that 140 BPM. That is the classic era of grime music. Throw on a beat, instrumental at 140, and we're going to see who can really clash over top of those beats.
On the mic, getting lordy. You think you would have flourished in my era at 140? It's great to break jaw off with you, swap knowledge.
Break jaw off with you, right? Breaking bread, but in this case, we're breaking our African heritage with
You
you.
would have flourished in my era at 140. It's great to break jaw off with you, swap knowledge. But sorry, I didn't make no time back at Troxy. I watched your sound check that day, I saw promise. Then I came to your O2 show, I saw polish. But during all the pyrotechnics, I was pondering like, do you have family, politics, and problems? Can you ever
Through the pyrotechnics, I saw polish, right? I watched you come up, and then I watched you once you made it to the O2. Once you were your own headliner, and I saw what you became, right? So even though I didn't give you that FaceTime, I kept an eye on you. I was there behind the scenes, and then I'm sat thinking, do you have politics? Do you have problems? Like through all the pyrotechnics, all the glitz and the glamour on the outside, what are you like as a human? What do you go through on a human level? I love that, man. This is just a man who's really been through it, has so much wisdom to share with the world, and just has still 10 toes down, man. So solid, so grounded with the way that he sees things and his philosophy and the way he carries himself.
see when you're the someone's wallet? Have you ever smelled when a cousinship turns rotten, Tommy? Do you ever hear when you're the someone's wallet? Do you have family, politics, and problems?
He's coming into the 5 senses scheme. Ready?
Can you ever see when you're the someone's wallet?
Can you ever see when you're just someone's wallet when they're using you? See their sight?
Have you ever smelled when a cousinship turns rotten, Tommy?
Smelt when a cousinship, when a family connection turns rotten? Smell that second?
Do you ever hear from your brother and start sobbing, Tommy?
3, hear from your brother who's in prison and start sobbing. 3, there we go.
Have you ever touched a million and felt office, Tommy?
Touched a million, felt office, because there's more to life than just the money. I love how he's flipping this 5 senses bar, but he's also still dropping you that wisdom as well and those reflections at the same time.
Have you ever tasted victory and didn't want it?
I love that. That's my favorite of all the senses flips. Tasted victory. Right? You know the saying, like tasting victory versus literally tasting it?
5 senses will make sense to true bosses.
5 senses, well then, and then he flips the meaning of sense, it will make sense to you, right? Like you'll glean information and knowledge from that and understanding.
6 sense for knowing is truly from it. Bond Street Don, yeah, I know.
And then flipping, having that 6th sense, trusting your instincts and just having some other type of just survival sense, especially where he's
But
from.
the same cloth as I know what the game offers. Raise muffin, make offin, the sunshine till the leg and coffin. Legacy.
Legacy, man.
Will they remember me, Dave?
Well, I guess we don't know, that's why we wake up, go get it by ourselves. And I'd love to tell you yes, but bro, I question that myself. Health, wealth, happiness, all somebody really needs. And some water I could give to my seed. Heart cold like Courchevel, Chanel, tortoiseshell glasses that I bought this girl taught.
Courchevel, Chanel, tortoiseshell glasses. That little just rhyme scheme flip is so dope right there. Heart cold like Courchevel, like the ski resort, Courchevel, right? Also skiing. More luxurious of a vacation, right? And he's talking about tortoiseshell glasses, and yet his heart is cold skiing on all this. Even with all this materialism, he sees it too. He's agreeing with Kano.
Well, I guess we don't know, that's why we wake up, go get it by ourselves. And I'd love to tell you yes, but bro, I question that myself. Health, wealth, happiness, all somebody really needs. And some water I could give to my seed.
Health, wealth, happiness. That's all we really need. Some water I can give. I'm trying to pass down that water for generations, right? Help me, I'm dying of thirst. Kendrick Lamar sang about. And for me, that water represents really feeding like passing on to his seeds, to his kids, to those who follow him, but also passing on the knowledge through hip-hop, passing on through his music, and giving us the water that we need to grow.
Cold like Courchevel, caught Chanel, tortoise shell glasses that I bought this girl, taught the world love, I can't seem to find it. This is shit I do for women, I don't even like them. I need some guidance.
Right, bro, I ain't no relationship advisor, but all of this defense won't make you striker. God loves a trier, David loves a liar, but even the Harp's half a heart, so I could Cupid fire. Hey, where she from this time?
God loves a trier, David loves a liar, right? Loving someone who lies versus a liar, L-Y-R-E, which is a type of harp, playing back to David, the boy who played the harp. And we talked about it in our last breakdown, the biblical references to David within the Bible, who played the harp for King Saul when he was facing his demons. And David was known for his musicianship before he became king of Israel.
Advisor, but all of this defense won't make you striker.
All this defense won't make you striker. Football scheme, playing striker, playing up top like I used to play in my days, right? Versus won't strike her, right? Getting in all this defense. How are you actually going to do it? And he flips like Cupid striking her, like through the heart, and really finding love, because Dave's lamenting about not being able to find really the one.
God loves a trier, David loves a liar, but even a harp's half a heart, so I could Cupid fire.
Even a harp is half a heart, so how could Cupid fire? He's got to fire at a full heart, right? Like, you're using your music and you're lamenting this within your music, but music is only going to get you so far. Music is a language of love, but it's not the complete language of love.
Where she from this time? Do your thing, bro. Every time I see you, new ting, bro. Cause you don't date, you do a lingo.
Hey, big bro, I don't know where you got that info.
You don't date, you Duolingo, man. Right? All these languages you must be learning because all the different international girls that you go through.
Bro, cause you don't date, you do a lingo.
Hey, big bro, I don't know where you got that info, but that wasn't me. I need that in record and in writing. But still I left the game, it's enticing. I moved up.
I need that in record and in writing. This record right here versus what he's writing down versus put it on the record. I need evidence of this. Come on, man. Don't box me into that corner.
Me. I need that in record and in writing.
I love this little back and forth, right? This is very cleverly done because you think about like hip hop nowadays. We've talked about beef. We've covered it so much, and I know it sells. I know it's all about competition, but it's beautiful to see someone look up to a mentor, look up to someone else, give them their flowers, have those flowers be returned on the same track, and it doesn't feel like competition. They're still pushing each other. They're definitely pushing each other with their pens, but it just feels like true collaboration. And the way that instead of just like passing the mic back and forth and really clashing with each other, this is just a natural conversation. And that passing of the mic, still very hip hop, but again, set in the setting of like having dinner together. I love this, man. Very clever, very creative concept.
Big bro, I don't know where you got that info, but that wasn't me. I need that in record and in writing. But still I love the game, it's enticing. I moved out west and it's nice, and these days we
your
driving.
lifestyle bougie, lifestyle bougie. I used to push a silver Porsche with 2 seats, that a max cozy baby seats in an SUV. You know I've been Nige and I never had a goosey.
Blood, what was you eating?
Fried plantain.
You ain't had the pepper soup, G, and it's plantain, but trust me, that's all Gucci. I was in Jamaica having cow foot soup in the middle of Greenwich. Like,
hey, they're trolling each other a little bit right here. This is, man, I love how like Kano interrupts Dave, and then you hear Dave's ad-libs in the back of the mix again. Sorry, camera died. But anyways, again, just making this a very conversational tone, man. So dope.
Your lifestyle bougie, lifestyle bougie. I used to push a silver Porsche with 2 seats, that a max cozy baby seats in an SUV. You know
I used to push that Porsche with 2 seats. I used to live that bachelor lifestyle. Now I got the baby seats in the SUV, man. My life has changed. I've upgraded in a very different way, but that shit's still cozy and nice.
I've been Nige and I never had a goosey.
Been Nige? It's Nigerian references right there. Never added goosey, right? Because Dave, being Nigerian with his roots, so he trolls him a little bit, and then Dave claps back with the Jamaican as well. And then they debate on how to say plantain, like how Caribbean people say plantain versus African going plantain, and I'm using plantain like rhyming with plain, but there's a different conversation going on about how to pronounce that, man.
See baby seats in an SUV.
Man.
You know I've been Nige and I never had a goosey.
blood, what was you eating?
Fried plantain.
You ain't had the pepper soup, G, and it's plantain, but trust me, that's all Gucci. I was in Jamaica having cow foot soup in the middle of Greenwich like I'm a real ghetto youth. Top uptown Monday and my Achilles on shoot. I don't fuck with the ganja, still I'm building up a zoo. Got me feeling like I must really have eyes in the back.
Building up a zoot, he's rolling up the weed, but yeah, Kano's going, what the fuck? Why you now you talking Jamaican? Now you using my slang? Come on, man.
It's like I'm a real ghetto youth. Touch uptown Monday and my Achilles on shoot. I don't fuck with the ganja, still I'm building up a zoo. Got me
you hear Kano in the back like, what the fuck?
Down Monday and my Achilles on shoot. I don't fuck with the ganja, still I'm building up a zoo. Got me feeling like I must really have eyes in the back of my head. Range Rover television, the interior red. Fell asleep in the whip, the car feel like a bed. I just wanna get.
I love how they came together there. The eyes in the back of my head, the interior red.
Vision, the interior red. Fell really have eyes in the back of my head. Range Rover television, the interior red.
Because the Range Rover has the Intellivision. It's going to be in the back of the headset. So like having eyes in the back of your head, seeing things behind you, that's a smooth flip right there.
Sleep in the whip, the car feel like a bed. I just wanna give thanks for this life.
Look, mic check 1, 2, 3 school dinners. Now we sacked off the saxa for sea salt living. I'm GoFunding to bring back peaceful villains. Call these 38 years, that's an evil sentence. Like I don't love you no more. Dave, I used to be
peaceful villains, right? Evil sentence. Just the multi-syllable rhyme schemes there are ridiculous. But for me, check 1, check 2. We go mic check 1, mic check 2 when we're sound checking. But he flips the mic check into 1, 2, 3 school dinners. That's what I came up eating. School dinners.
The vision, the interior red. Fell asleep in the whip, the car feel like a bed. I just wanna give thanks for this life.
Look, mic check 1, 2, 3 school dinners.
Man.
Now we sacked off the saxa for sea salt living.
Now we sacked off the saxa for sea salt living because we're living by the sea. We've upgraded. We've gotten out the ghetto, right? Versus like Saxa sea salt, a sea salt brand. Saxa versus sacking it off. Man, the flips on this.
Funding to bring back peaceful villains. Call these 38 years, that's an evil sentence. Like I don't.
38 years, right? Peaceful villains. It's interesting saying peaceful villains, right? He's trying to make a statement here about the prison systems and having these crazy long life sentences. And you know, we have it in the States, the 3 strikes and you're out rule, and how many were incarcerated because of that, even just for minor offenses, the 3 strikes and you're out, and serving these crazy long prison sentences. For me, that's what he's talking on right here, and he's speaking more socially conscious on this.
To bring back peaceful villains, call these 38 years, that's an evil sentence. Like
38 years is an interesting choice for me, right? Because 38, going back to the biblical references, King David in the Bible, you had the story of Jesus who healed the sick man by the pool in Bethesda, who was sick for 38 years. That's where the saying 38 years comes from. I've heard that used before.
Like I don't love you no more. Dave, I used to be married to the game. I'm a husband no more. All these SM7Bs ain't for us like before. Mike, Billy Jean on that, they just discuss couple wars.
And they short paper chasing.
The bars on this are crazy, man.
Off the saxa for sea salt living. I'm GoFunding to bring back peaceful villains. Call these 38 years, that's an evil sentence. Like I don't love you no more. Dave, I used to be married to the game. I'm a husband no more.
I used to be married to the game. I gave everything to this game. But now I know it's about balance. And I'm also explaining because Dave, like, there's a lot of responses and rebuttals back and forth. It's like a true conversation, right? Dave talking about, man, the game misses you. And Kano trying to explain why he hasn't been as active, right? And why things have happened. And I love how we take, like, Dave lamenting about a girl, and then Kano flips it into, like, the girl being, like, hip-hop and grime and the game and the industry and all of that.
You know more. Dave, I used to be.
Versus if you're gone for 38 years, people won't love you anymore. They'll forget about you as well.
38 years, that's an evil.
And this conversation, remember, started on this verse on legacy and thinking about long-term love.
Full sentence like I don't love you no more.
Man.
Dave, I used to be married to the game. I'm a husband no more.
An evil sentence like I don't love you no more? Literally the sentence. If you say I don't love you no more, that's almost evil in a sense, right? Evil sentence? Wow. That's a crazy flip, man. Versus a jail sentence.
I don't love you no more. Dave, I used to be married to the game. I'm a husband no more.
Man.
All these SM7Bs ain't for us like before. Mike, Billy Jean on that, they just discuss couple wars.
Mike, Billy Jean on that, they just discuss couple wars. All these SMs, man, these types of microphones, right? They're not for us anymore. These mics ain't for us. Now they're podcasting, talking about couple wars. Versus Mike, this microphone, Mike Jackson, Billy Jean'd on it. He Billy Jean'd on these mics. He gave us these classics. Now they're just discussing couple wars, podcasting. The game has changed. The microphone landscape has shifted. Who's in front of cameras nowadays? Who's getting the attention?
Seven B's ain't for us like before. Mike, Billy Jean on that, they just discuss couple wars.
And they shortchange us.
And Billie Jean on that. They discuss couple wars? Is that a reference to Billie Jean King, the famous tennis player? Seen her at Wimbledon, man. Bobby Riggs. Battle of the Sexes. They discuss couple wars. That's a crazy Michael Jackson microphone, Billie Jean, Michael Jackson song versus obviously flipping into Billie Jean King and the couple wars and talking about the podcast. And like, think about just the layers and the way that he set that up and stacked it, man. Wow.
These ain't for us like before. Mike, Billy Jean on that, they just discuss couple wars.
And they shortchange us. Paper chasing all good till it's divorce papers. Newspapers, court papers, they all ride my wills.
It's crazy.
They gon' talk about your wants till they divide your wills. That's how family feels, growing up so fast. 26, feeling like our lives on timers. Lines in the face, she getting fillers to hide it. And hoes lying about their age like Nigerian strikers. Sorry, waiter, can I get this food in containers? Had to move, it was dangerous. Seen beautiful places. Bro, I used to have braces. Now it's my driver that's on a retainer. But that's just testament to God and his favor. And bro, I wanted a favor. Let's see each other more. Catch up and make beats. Cause the fans, they miss you. I know the fans, they miss me. Let's make a track about this dinner and the stamp you gave me. And base it on the book of Samuel. Call it chapter 16 if you're down.
Wow.
So who's gonna get this one then? Alright. That's cool. So what's her name? Nah, I'm just fucking with you. Just do your thing, man. But trust me, don't overthink it. Like, it's what it is. If it's gonna be something, it's gonna be something. But I know you. I know what you're like. You think
This harp is really dope. The boy who played the harp, right?
5-10 years down the line, day at a time.
Man. Comes back to the conversation and actually, instead of saying, nah, I'm not a relationship advisor, then he starts talking about the girl. Take it a day at a time, man. Don't get inside your thoughts too much. Don't get too far ahead. And you just hear, like, again, the song ends and you come back to life in the moment of being there, having dinner together, hearing the sound of people around them also eating dinner. Such a dope setup and concept. We still got a little bit more to break down. Come on. Wow, bro. Come on. I love filming outside.
Used to have braces, now it's been and 26, feeling like our your newspapers, court papers, and they shortchange us. Paper chasing all good till it's divorce papers. Newspapers, court papers, they all ride my wills.
Paper chasing is all good, trying to get that money. But then the paper flips. Because with that, again, the target on your back comes. Divorce papers. People always want money from you. They're looking at you like a wallet. Court papers. Legal troubles. Everything you get involved with. The paper flip.
They gon' talk about your wants till they divide your wills.
Talk about your wants so they divide your wills. The things you won't do, right? Always want to critique you. Until it comes time to divide your success, to divide your pie. And even look how family turns. Look what money does in envy and greed.
Papers, court papers, they all ride my wills. They gon'
So divide like your wills, your wants versus your will, what you leave behind in that legal document and flipping it out to the paper scheme. That's a crazy setup. Starting with the papers, flipping the papers, then going into the wants and wills and then flipping the will paper.
talk about your wants till they divide your wills. That's how family feels.
Also sounds like wheels, like divide your whips, your wheels.
They all ride my wills. They gon' talk about your wants till they divide your wills. That's how family feels, growing up so fast. 26, feeling like our lives on timers.
Man.
Lines in the face, you getting
26 feeling like lives on timers. Why? Think about 27. Kurt Cobain, Amy Winehouse. How many great artists, celebrities, musicians have gone at 27? Dave probably feeling
so
that.
fast. 26, feeling like our lives on timers. Lines in the face, you getting fillers to hide it. And hoes lying about it.
Lines in the face, you getting fillers to hide it because, again, it's so superficial. The way this lifestyle is, man, a lot of these people chasing things for the wrong reasons. It's shallow, and Dave recognizing the shallowness that can come with this in the industry.
Feeling like our lives on timers. Lines in the face, you getting fillers to hide it. And hoes lying about their age like Nigerian strikers. Sorry, waiter, can I get this food and
I love how Kano laughs on that. Lying about their age like Nigerian strikers. I tell you what, man, there was this whole thing where FIFA actually banned Nigeria from international play for 2 years because of just the lying about the age. Like the U17, the U18 teams were running it, but they had like 25-year-olds, 30-year-olds playing on the team because it was so easy to like doctor a birth certificate, doctor your age. It got so bad. It's not just Nigeria. A lot of African countries have done this, right? Because people were so desperate to get seen. And then who was the striker that even like got signed and they just completely like dropped out of the league because they realized he was so much older than he was like when they won like the U18 championship. Anyways, I'm going on one. But FIFA has now changed the rules to do like, what was it, wrist testing? To basically like truly test someone's age to see if they're lying about their age. And once they announced that, like half the African dream teams like dropped half of their U17, U18 players because they realized like there's a lot of age lying goes on. So she's lying about her age, trying to get into the club. And now I got to be careful because we all know the labels that can come with that if they're lying about their age. Always having to keep your head on a swivel. And Dave not trusting girls and not trusting love because of his issues. And then flip it to the Nigerian strikers. Come on, man.
26.
I love how they kind of poke fun at each other's culture, but they laugh it off and they can poke fun at their own culture too, in the right way and in the right light as well.
Feeling like our lives on timers. Lines in the face, she getting fillers to hide her. And hoes lying about their age like Nigerian strikers. Sorry, waiter, can I get this food in containers? Had to move, it was dangerous. Seemed beautiful.
Right there, instead of staying and enjoying the meal, get the food in containers because I got to be careful. Dave's still showing you he's got that wisdom. He's still got 10 toes down. He's taking to heart what Kano's been telling him.
Strikers, sorry, waiter, can I get this food in containers? Had to move, it was dangerous. Seen beautiful places. Bro, I used to have braces. Now it's my driver that's on a retainer. But that's just testament to God and his favor. And bro,
Used to have braces like a retainer that you wear, braces versus having my driver on a retainer. Look how far I've come. Smooth flip again.
I have braces. Now it's my driver that's on a retainer. But that's just testament to God and his favor. And bro,
The New Testament, the Old Testament, that's testament to God and his favor. Come on.
wanted a favor. Let's see each other more. Catch up and make beats. Cause the fans, they miss you. I know the fans, they miss me. Let's make a track about this dinner and the stamp you gave me and base it on the book of Samuel. Call it chapter 16 if you're down.
Chapter 16, another biblical reference. What happens in Samuel 16? Let's go back to Sunday school, man. Right. God tells... Yeah, that's when David gets anointed king. That's what it is. So Dave, on this track, feeling like Kano is passing the crown to him. He feels like he's being anointed king. So it's symbolic to him. So let's call it chapter 16 of the book of Samuel, where the prophet visits the family of Jesse, picks the firstborn, and God goes, I don't judge on that. I judge on the heart. And then David is the youngest, and David is the one who gets anointed by the prophet Samuel to be the next king of Israel, right? From Jesse, from the line of Jesse, in Bethlehem. And then obviously we know, fast forward to Jesus in Bethlehem and all that, but I'm going on one. I'm deep diving into religion right now. But the book of Samuel, chapter 16, that's a crazy, just symbolic flip right there.
So who's going to get this one then?
Just like the boy who played the harp, man. I love this. I love the layers of this. Who's going to get this one? Who's going to get this track, right? Versus who's going to get the bill? Come on. Or who's going to get it up here? Who's going to catch everything we did?
That's
Bars even in the conversation.
cool. So what's her name? Nah, I'm just fucking with you. Just do your thing, man. But trust me, don't overthink it.
Oh, camera went down. I'll tell you what, that ended though. I'm going off of this camera. Thank you so much as always. I hope that you enjoyed this breakdown. Everything's dropping on me. Technical difficulties. You know I'm getting done what I can get done. Subscribe, notifications on. It really helps. It really goes a long way. I love you guys. We got more breakdowns from Dave. I'll be back soon in the regular studio. But you know I'm going to deep dive this whole album. I love you. Stay safe. Stay positive. Take care of this. Take care of this. You know I'll catch you again.